Am I the asshole for not telling my family I went to the ER? Last week I, 35, fell down some steps and fractured my spine. My husband took me to the ER as I thought I had broken a rib and wanted to make sure if that was the case or not, and to make sure that no organs had been punctured, etc. Scans came back that everything was okay, except one vertebrae was fractured. I was sent home with instructions to take it easy for a couple of weeks and take ibuprofen as needed. No back brace, no follow-up appointments, nothing. Essentially, I'm okay, no big deal. I was texting my mom yesterday about some things and it came up that I had been in the ER. I told her what happened and she began responding passive-aggressively and saying things like, "You never tell us anything. I wish you would tell us things like this," etc. Her entire response was basically just disappointment in my lack of communication rather than expressing actual concern that I was injured or a sincere offer to help in any way. For background, we rarely communicate in general, and I go months without hearing from either of my parents at all. I legitimately cannot remember the last time my dad reached out to me, if ever. I grew up in a somewhat chaotic and dysfunctional home, and my sister and I endured some physical and much emotional abuse. My mother has always been passive-aggressive, and my dad pretty much ignored me except when I was in trouble because I didn't share any of the same interests as him. Once I moved out at 19 and then married my husband of 14 years at 21, I rarely ever heard from either of my parents. I have stopped reaching out to them over the years, as I am generally just met with gaslighting, passive-aggressive comments, etc., and I just can't take it anymore. If they reach out to me, I am cordial and reciprocate, but because of the way our relationship has been in the past, I have come to accept that they will probably always be this way, and in an effort to protect myself from more trauma, I have stopped sharing things with them unless absolutely necessary. In the case of my ER visit, in my mind, my husband was there with me and taking care of me in the ER, and once we got home, and all things considered, my injuries were minor and definitely not life-threatening. To me, it didn't end up feeling like a big deal. Just one of those things that happens and then you move on. The nature of her response has me feeling like I should have let them know sooner that I was in the ER and injured, but at the same time her response also reminds me why I don't ever tell my family anything. Am I the asshole for not telling my family sooner?